For the side plank bridges, we're gonna set up here with a medium-sized box or a bench. If this is a little too, basically, you know, the higher you go up with the box or the bench, the more challenging this is gonna be because you're gonna be working through a much larger range of motion. If this is a little too difficult and, you know, you're really struggling to get those 6 reps, or maybe you can get 6 reps, but you're just finding that it's still pretty difficult to progress a little bit higher into the movement or into the different rep ranges, you can start with a lower box if you want, and start with half the range of motion and kind of gradually build up the height of the box. But for a lot of people, a box like this is probably gonna be a decent place to start, okay? So we're gonna be here with our arm on the side of the box. We're gonna have our leg here. We're gonna have our pelvis tucked under, and then we wanna go as low as we can here. Good stretch through the spine. And then we're gonna push back up, okay? So a lot of mistakes that you're gonna see people make on this one is shooting the hips too far back. So they might be, you know, instead of keeping that pelvis tucked here as they go down, you might see a lot of people do this, where they shoot their hips back, and then it's not really, you're getting more range of motion, so it might feel like you're doing more. You might feel more of a stretch through the hips, but you're really not getting range of motion where you want it, which is through the spine and the obliques here. So hips need to stay tucked the entire time. Once you get really good at these, you can progress these at some point by elevating the feet up again. Not sure if you guys can see this here, but we got another box. Okay, so you can make that more challenging by getting more range of motion. This will be a little more range of motion through the hips here. Okay, down, or you can make it more challenging here. This is my favorite one, by going single leg, getting as low as you can, keeping those hips forward, keeping the pelvis tucked, and then raising back up.